So it's not often that I do an in-camera video these days. Usually it's been based around the fact that I have no idea how much bandwidth I've got in Odyssey. I have no idea. So, and generally, if you do an in-camera video, it's larger file size, and and let's face it, time I try and do vids, or I've gone back to YouTube, I usually, well, risk the channel just for saying anything that people like him can say. Paul Joseph Watson, over 2 million subs, and according to Paul, they're just about to start chemtrailing. But he doesn't say chemtrailing. He just says, well, allow him under fair use.
Think of anything more mad scientist than literally trying to block sunlight from reaching the Earth? Well, they're actually doing it. The UK government has approved outdoor field trials which could include injecting aerosols into the atmosphere or brightening clouds to reflect sunshine as a way to prevent runaway climate change. At a cost to the taxpayer of 50 million quid, primary life source for our entire planet. We're just going to block it out. You fucking insane or what? Any project of this kind on a larger scale could potentially devastate farms and fisheries. It could be catastrophic for many species unable to adapt. The Trump...
Honestly. Seriously. Anybody who's clued up at all when it comes to chemtrails or anything else... Aerosol Crimes, 2005. I remember it was written, done by a guy called, I think his name was Clifford Carnicom, from, I think, what was it, Carnicom Institute, something like that. But anyway, the website has been going for something like 25 years. I mean, I became aware of it roughly about early 2000s, somewhere around about then, roughly. But yeah, I said over the years, it's one of the hardest things to sell to other people is the spraying of various particulate matter in the skies, and in the vid, what in the world are they spraying? You could type it in. I think it's maybe still on YouTube. That was done a few years after the Aerosol Crimes vid. They had done chemical analysis of the sprays, and they found high amounts of aluminium particulates, barium, various other things. None of it nice. And of course, think about people's health in the last couple of decades. Think about the vast increase in Alzheimer's and so many other things. Yeah. Its combustibility as well in relation to woodland, these particulates and so many other aspects of life that it's absolutely affecting us. And insect life as well, because anybody that's old enough to remember, you used to, even in Scotland, you drive anywhere about, especially in warmer weather, the bugs that are on the windscreen. For years, you've seen nothing like that now. Nothing. A lot less birds, a lot less other wildlife, all the rest of it. Crops, not quite what they used to be, etc., etc. They've literally been spraying us like bugs for years. And even in the late noughties, I used to say to countless clients, you remember, you're not that on board. If you're breathing the same air as the rest of us, yeah? Oh, seriously. But yeah, people like Paul Joseph Watson. Oh, look what they're about to do now. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Anyway, I'll leave you a link to, if you're interested, the Odyssey link to Aerosol Crimes, the YouTube link to it for some people, the link to the Guardian article, although I'm sure I've not noticed it in the Daily Mail, but is that a surprise? Seriously. The level of denial so many people are in. Meanwhile, people like myself, I've had a PayPal that hasn't even had one contribution in the last year. Not one. I know for a fact occultists still watch channels like mine. But yeah, I wonder, should I go back to YouTube? Because I still can't get past 400 bloody subs in Odyssey. If I go back to YouTube, will I last 5 minutes there? Will I just carry on with Odyssey? Is there a chance that I can get a few more shares, etc.? A few more thumbs up? Because that doesn't help either. You wonder to yourself, was that a decent video? Did I get the point across? Because apparently, and I notice it, some people make comments, and yet the thumbs up hasn't changed at all. I have noticed that, yeah. But aye. And tonight, I might actually chat about, well, a couple of things that have been on my mind for a while. Not least of which is apparently every celebrity you see, the J.K. Rowlings of this world, all the rest of it, they're all trans. They're apparently all trans. Every single one of them, blah, blah, blah. And I am getting a bit pissed off that even some of the way, the wording of the comments, oh, look, do you not know any of this? I will grant you, there are some people out there who are not what they purport to be. But to say that they're all, every celebrity, every blah, 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 I don't think you're doing me any favours. If anything, it lowers any kind of credibility I have when apparently the only people that make comments generally think that everybody's a bloody transsexual. And it's funny that the people that come out with that never do any vids of their own. Never. And if you make a comment, they do the spank spaniel, oh, you're just picking on me. I don't give a toss. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just pointing out, really, is that where we're at? And if the only people I'm attracting to currently my Odyssey channel that seem to think that everybody's a tranny, well, I need to think again and reevaluate what the fuck I'm doing online. In all honesty, because I'm apparently convincing nobody about the things that we should know about and address. I've said also that I'd like to go a bit more into nutrition, but I do get the feeling that I'm wasting my time there because everybody that comes to my fucking channel is poverty stricken. I'm not rich, be assured of that, yeah? In no way am I rich at all, yeah? I have my struggles, be assured of that. But I would also say nutrition is so important. And but apparently, if you put links to things that you might actually gain some sort of benefit from, you're a shill. I don't know, honestly, seriously. Even if I lose some subscribers to maybe gain, that's maybe something I should be doing. Seriously. Because I'm getting fucking bored with this. Seriously. Really bored with this. And I'll speak to you soon.